hope you all enjoyed my Christmas ASMR series, which was the last thing that I put up on my channel. The house has been so silent for such a long time, but just as I started recording, the boiler decided to start doing its thing. But hopefully you can't hear it. But I wanted my next video, my first video of 2017, to be the Q&A video that I promised you all. And I've had some people asking when it would be brought out, and yeah, I just thought I'd stick to the Christmas videos and try not to jam too much into my already quite busy schedule. But I've been really excited to do this video. So yeah, I also want to share some exciting information. Obviously in 2015 I didn't make any videos, and in 2016 I started again. I got really into making videos again. I have a lot of fun with it, but I've never really had a kind of regular schedule for it. But I have decided that weekly, every Wednesday, and this is the first one of 2017, the first Wednesday, I'm going to release a video on my channel. I thought, and I made some notes about possible kind of more precise schedules. So I considered kind of one reading of a book or short story or something a month, one role play, one sound video, one visual, something like that. And that still does sound quite appealing to me, but I'm not going to promise anything exactly like that, because I might just feel like doing two of something instead of one of something and one of something else, or I might not have the kind of confidence to do a roleplay video that month or that week, because it does involve quite a lot of talking myself up to be able to do it beforehand. And that kind of still counts for all videos, not even just roleplay ones. The ones that I love the most, love watching, but I don't know, it makes me nervous because I'm not a good actress and I think it shows. But I know that they're quite heavily requested and enjoyed, so I will try to start doing some more of them as well. But yeah, I just wanted to let you all know that that is the plan. So every Wednesday on my channel you will get a new video. I'm not going to promise the length, because also I know that people like all kinds of different lengths. Most people seem to like kind of longer than 20 minutes. And I know that for the majority of the time I understand that, because you want to be able to fall asleep to something and not be interrupted by adverts and all of that. But also sometimes people like the shorter kind of tingles and just kind of relaxing breaks. So yeah, I'm going to mix it up a bit in all kinds of ways, but I just wanted to let you all know that. So also, I'm kind of drawing on some of the recent setups I've used in some of the Christmas videos. I think that trying to make so many videos and make them as kind of varying and interesting as possible, well, interesting enough to put you to sleep, and edit them in a rush and everything like that, I think it helped me. So hopefully you'll enjoy this setup. I won't be able to use it for much longer in this room because my flatmate is moving she's not moving back home, but she's coming back home from home. I think in 2 days. So yeah, I'm gonna try to cram as much into this room as I can before I have to go back to my noisy roadside bedroom. I feel like I'm making a lot of points, but a lot of them aren't any of the points that I'm supposed to be making. But yeah, so if you like this kind of setup where the microphone is just out of shot, but it's just there. So if you like it when it's nice and close to your ears, then let me know. And if you liked it more before, I'd say a few videos back, when it's a little bit further away, then let me know that too. Also, I'm going to keep up my promise on incorporating a bit more whispering in my videos, just because I know that a lot of people like that too, including me. Yeah, I think that's all that I needed to ramble on about. So, I've printed off in front of me the list of questions that I received when I asked for some to answer for this video. So, no more rambling, I don't need any more of that. I'm just gonna begin. So, Deep Chill ASMR asked, what's your favourite ASMR artists and triggers? I go through phases. Sometimes every night I need to get to sleep with the help of ASMR, and that means I'm always discovering new ones and going back to old favourites, and I can kind of form a strong almost opinion on what ASMR I feel like listening to or watching at that time. And then sometimes it just seems to disappear from my life and my recommended YouTube list and all of that. At the minute, my YouTube is basically still Christmas kind of related things, and I can't think of much else that would be on there. Some like podcasts that are also videos and things like that. But when I kind of don't have an immediate barrage of ASMR videos, I kind of get in a slump, like with music and even film, I think. If I don't kind of have things recommended to me, then sometimes I just shy away from trying to explore it at all. It's bad in a lot of ways, but yeah, I've not discovered that many new ASMR artists lately, and I can't think of like particular videos or anything that have kind of been my go-to lately. And if I start reeling off ASMR artists, I know that I'll leave some out, so I think that probably before I upload this video, I'll just leave some good names or maybe good videos in the description box, and then hopefully I won't miss so much out. I might even like make a blog post about it or something. I don't know. I don't have a blog. Maybe I should. I don't know. But triggers wise, I actually I like a lot of videos that are roleplays, like I said, like caring ones. It's actually one of my favourite things. It's probably quite particular, but when people that have a native language that isn't English and they speak English, for some reason that kind of really works with me. And the kind of replicas of my favourite kind of natural trigger that I find out like in the real world is when shop assistants are really helpful for some reason. That one's one of my favourites. When people are just really, really nice. Yeah, I don't know why, but that always makes me experience ASMR. Amy Louise, who was really kind, and she said that she's been a subscriber since I started. Thank you. She asked which city am I from and what accent this is. I'm from Nottingham in England, but I won't say that I have a very Nottingham-y accent. Sometimes in conversation I can get kind of northern, I guess, but yeah, people never guess that, really. Are you enjoying university? I am. It's coming to an end really quickly and I'm really scared about the big wide world afterwards. But it's exciting, and I do feel like I haven't kind of lived it to its full potential, if that makes sense, in a lot of ways. I don't go in very much as I should, and as much as I did a couple of years ago, and maybe a year ago. That doesn't mean I'm not trying or not attending. It's more so that my course is quite a mixed bag. You don't need to be in and seen by the tutors every day, as long as you're doing what you're meant to be doing, and sometimes that involves being on a different kind of area of the campus, or a different campus altogether, or at home, or at a workshop, or whatever. I still put a lot of energy into it, but yeah, I feel like I haven't made as close. I don't know. I feel like sometimes I can let myself be quite socially left out because I have a lot of what I need here at home, and it would be very time consuming, especially cycling all the way to uni with all of this stuff. And a lot of it's fragile, like glass, or heavy to carry, like wood. So yeah, I feel like cycling all the way in to do the same thing there that I could do at home a lot of the time, that I kind of don't want to do that a lot of the time, and it's kind of held me back a bit, I think, because I think I could be making much kind of stronger friendships. So I'm promising myself that for this next and last term I'm going to make a bit more of an effort. We're only on the third question, and I'm taking so long, I'm sorry. Favourite place you've visited and why? About a year ago, actually, I saved up and I went on Skyscanner and searched for the cheapest way to get somewhere, and the cheapest hostel, and I just went somewhere by myself. I went to Innsbruck in Austria. It was a bit of a random decision. It was quite spontaneous. There wasn't any particular reason why I chose that place. I just really love winter and snow, and I went by myself, and that some people might think that that's odd, that my favourite place is somewhere I went by myself, but for the first maybe half a day I felt very lonely and quite sad, and I thought I'd made a mistake. And most people there speak English, but not kind of naturally. They speak German. So unless I initiated conversation, which I basically didn't for most of the time, then all I heard was a language I couldn't be a part of. But once I kind of settled into it after a day or two, I loved it. I am a bit of like a lone wolf, and there's actually a question about that later. Yeah, I don't know, I really enjoyed myself. Yeah, it was just really nice exploring a really beautiful place. Completely kind of solid, what would the word be? Solo. Yeah, it was nice, and I'm thinking about saving for a similar kind of trip. It can actually be really cheap if you do it kind of right. Yeah, and I'm thinking about doing something similar soon. I might have to try to have like an annual or something like that kind of solo trip, even if it's just to another city in England. But somewhere with snow would be nice. What inspires you? A lot of things. That's a very broad question. I can't think of an answer that would be kind of satisfying. I think I know some people that are more kind of inspired, I guess sonically, is that the word? And music and film and everything like that does inspire me, but a lot of the time it is what I see, like visual things, shapes, and in this kind of respect I'm thinking as in creative output. I know that inspiration can kind of take effect in many forms, even just at the person that you are and the hobbies that you do and how you do them and how you treat other people, everything like that. But I am mainly thinking of kind of creatively making things from inspiration. So right now I'm noticing I don't think I can take it off, but the Christmas tree is still in this little room because I'm too sad to take it down. And I'm thinking of how I'd be able to create a kind of mosaic mirrored effect using gold leaf. I know that you can do directional burnishing, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Yeah, just little things like that kind of converge. And also I climb a lot lately, but I'm not very good at it. I've never been scared of heights, but once I get somewhere near to I'm not even going to say somewhere near to the top. Sometimes I get maybe the amount off the ground that would allow for one of me, and I'm terrified. Bouldering or rope climbing where there is a kind of definite safety feature. Yeah, I'm trying to come over that, but I've watched a lot of kind of tacky North Face inspirational videos as well, and sometimes you just need kind of corny motivation and inspiration, and that's fine too. I also realised I haven't been saying who asked these questions. So the favourite place question was asked by Smithy the Hobbit, and all of these questions, including about inspiration, was from Gone to Krypton. And they've also asked, what is your favourite 4-course meal? Now, I've never come across a 4-course meal. The most that I've ever seen is a 3-course meal. And the only one I can think of then is Christmas Day, and no one even makes it to 3rd course. They're just on the settee dying. I'm gonna probably answer this in a completely wrong way. There's probably like a specific list of them or something, but I'm just gonna answer what my favourite 4 courses would be in a row. Okay. This is assuming that none of the calories actually go inside me. Oh there's too many foods I like. I kind of have lost a fair amount of weight in the past kind of year and a half. So I watch what I eat a lot, but I love food, and I haven't stopped loving food. And if I could have something involving peanut butter for each of the 4 courses, so maybe like a peanut butter cheesecake with peanut butter ice cream, and then peanut butter cookies with like hot chocolate or milk, and then peanut butter, maybe before that peanut butter chicken. That would make more sense. And then I'm doing it in reverse. For a starter, peanut butter on toast with jam and banana. That would be my 4-course meal. What completely selfish things would you do with £1 million? I'm not really interested in driving yet. I don't think that I'm ready to be unleashed upon the streets. I don't think I'm ready to kind of buy a nice house yet, because I'm not sure where I want to end up. I'd probably save it, and when I know where I'm at in life, I'd buy a somewhat decent house. Because with £1 million, you could probably get or build a really nice house. I'd watch some grand designs and get some inspiration. Yeah, nothing crazy. If you could live the life of a literary character, who would it be and why? So as you can probably tell, I am. So my battery is saying that it's dying, and I don't know why. But as you can probably tell, I haven't read these questions before. I don't know. I tend to read a lot of dark books that with none of the characters, it would be like a nice person to be. You're either like a murderer or someone being murdered. So I'm not sure. I'll have to think about that. What would you say if Aaron Paul showed up on your doorstep, and what would you serve him for dinner? I'd serve him. I'd rewatch Breaking Bad to see whether he's eating food in any of the scenes. Although I guess I wouldn't have time to do this when he's there. Maybe I should rewatch Breaking Bad, and if he seems to be particularly enjoying some food that he's eating during a scene, I'll make him that. And I'd love it if he turned up at my door. Who are some of your favourite authors? I love Arthur C. Clarke. And yeah, all of the Space Odyssey series are just the best sci-fi books ever. When I do questions like this about like books or films or music, my whole kind of memory just disappears. I'm trying to think about my collection. I don't know. Stephen King. What are the top 3 cities and countries you'd like to travel to someday? Countries, Japan, definitely. I'd love to go to Tokyo, but Kyoto is one of my first kind of ones that I would love to be able to visit. It's, I see that it's almost kind of the opposite of Tokyo. Instead of so loud and bustling, it's more kind of the quiet, gentle, kind of more traditional side of Japanese culture. I really want to go to anywhere that would allow me to see the Northern Lights. And I want to go kind of around the only areas of America that you could see if you... Actually no, Canada. Canada. I know that's so vague, but yeah, like more unexplored areas, the kind of areas that you see where there's like beautiful kind of mountains and hills and like really long roads to drive down. As I said, I can't drive, but I'll work it out. What kind of podcast? Oh, that was Dan Morgan. Those were. Light from Darkness has asked, what kind of podcasts do you listen to? I listen to mainly crime and also a few kind of just informational, I guess. Ones that kind of teach you things that you probably wouldn't have come across had you not listened to the podcast, or that kind of go in depth about something that you might only know a little bit about. And occasionally some kind of humorous ones to kind of lift the mood a bit. Have you ever witnessed anything supernatural? And someone else, Infinity2ZRO, asked, have you ever had a paranormal experience as well? And I haven't, but I feel like I'm jinxing it by saying that. And like, yeah, I'm home alone, so I probably shouldn't have said that, because the ghosts are going to want to test me out now. So, Light from Darkness also asked, what's your favourite type of music and food? As you already know, peanut butter. And music, I like a lot still. It's still really varied. I'm probably going to let a lot of people down when I say this, but what I seem to be really into at the minute is kind of tacky grime. Or like tacky hip-hop that kind of motivates you. I don't know, it feels like you can do anything. I don't know. But I still have a lot of like my sort of everything is varied as kind of like country to, everyone says that they love all music but country. And yeah, I can't really think of any country music that I like, but I like everything from tacky grime to Norwegian black metal. Are you in any groups or secret societies? Like Freemasonry? I'm not in any groups, but I'm going to check when I go back to uni, when the term starts again, whether there is a climbing group, so I can kind of try to socialise with more climbers as well. Not that that is really needed, because at the climbing centre I go to, everyone's so friendly and chats to each other. Sleep asked, who is your favourite artist? I'm going to assume that they mean like drawing kind of artist, and there's a lot. If I had to pick one that's my main inspiration at the minute, I'd probably say Steve Powers. Yeah, he does kind of sang painting, but it's really kind of unusual and non-traditional and bright and poppy. Charles Ellington asked, how old are you and what is your favourite thing to make? I'm 21 and signs and glass gilding projects and peanut butter sandwiches. APL 2016 asked, what are your favourite movies of 2016? Again, I feel like I've forgotten everything. The last film that I went to see in the cinema was Rogue One, and that was really good. I don't think I'll be very good at answering this, just mainly because this year seems very kind of both short and long, so I have no kind of understanding of when it started. And yeah, I don't know. I can't remember which films were definitely in 2016 and which were before. No, Nightcrawler definitely was. That was probably years. No, that was like 2014, wasn't it? Oh god, I have no idea. Yeah, sorry, that's a really disappointing answer, but I just can't have a sense of time. Would you rather get hit with a tranquilizer dart or a taser? a taser, because a dart, then you pass out, and it's just, but a taser is like, you feel it, and there's a bit of a jolt. I don't know, that's more of an experience. What are your favourite latest TV shows? I don't have a TV, but when I do get a chance to watch it, I really enjoyed Planet Earth too. And I'm rewatching Brooklyn Nine-Nine so I can watch the 3rd season. I waited for it to come out on Netflix so I didn't have to kind of stream it on terrible quality. So I'm looking forward to finishing season 2 again so I can watch 3 for the first time. Pray Dark Wolf first. Have you considered live streaming? Very briefly, but I'm scared of that. Maybe one day I'll work up to it. ASMR fan asked, are you a sports fan? Not really, but I think that, like for most people, when it gets to kind of World Cup time, I'm spurring on my team, my country. What colour socks are you wearing? I can't show you because the microphone is like here, but I'm not wearing socks. It's quite hot in this room actually. Are they matching or odd? Their skin. What's your dream career? The career that I'm kind of building towards, hopefully, which is sign painting and glass gilding. KM asked, are you a homebody? And by that I think that they mean like lone wolf, because you're shy, a little bit, or is it something about people or society? Not really. I'm not like Daniel Day-Lewis's character from There Will Be Blood, or just a phase for inner reflecting, or some other reason entirely. Thanks. I think it's a combination of I'm shy and I'm terrible at motivating myself to kind of work up the courage to, I don't know, I can worry quite a bit about how meeting someone, even if I know them quite well, might go. So sometimes I just shy away from it. But I am trying to get better at that. Also, I think it's just nice to spend time alone as well. And lastly, a lot of people have asked for a video about my tattoos. So I was going to say before my battery dies on my camera, but then it died. But then I realised that I had a spare battery that I charged for times like this. But yeah, a lot of people asked when I will make a video about my tattoos, or what they mean, or whether I'm going to get more, things like that. So I won't squeeze it into this. I don't think I could, but one will come at some point. I still get a lot of kind of comments, well, not a lot, but a few comments from people that are very kind of disapproving, and I know that shouldn't kind of hold me back, because that doesn't matter at all. That kind of people somewhere in the world I'll most likely never meet. Even if I do, that's not a problem. That there's people that disapprove of something that I've done to my skin, this meat vehicle that I'm in for 50 more years, or 30, or a day on this dying planet. I know that doesn't matter, but it still holds me back sometimes. But I'd like to make a video about it at some point. And I do want more. It's just tattoos are also expensive, and I'm more worried about kind of making sure I am on stable ground for leaving university than adorning my body with ink. But yeah, I hope that you liked this video and the kind of format and closeness of the mic and all that. And I really hope this actually recorded as well on the mic, because there's been some issues with it lately. I don't know why. Random kind of passages have just disappeared and everything. But hopefully it's all fine. And yeah, I will see you next Wednesday. If it feels exciting saying that.